All right, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Melanin wind down.
Hey y'all, this is your girl ZZ.
Hi, I'm Jay.
This is Malibu.
And I am Andrea the Creative.
Welcome to Melanin Wind Down.
So, ladies, have you ever found yourself in a relationship, friendship, situationship, where the person had all the positive qualities, like he was a great conversationalist, he listened, he is talented, artistic, passionate, but
He crazy though.
Today we're going to kick back, wind down, and spill all the tea about some of the but he crazy though experiences. So, have you had a but he crazy though experience, Malibu?
Yes, I have actually. I just had one. So, I went out with my girl and met this guy. I will admit I was a little tipsy, but met this guy. You know, we was hitting it off. He was cute, of course. You gotta have the first, the first impression. So he was cute, kind of young and everything, but he was cute. So I ended up giving him my number. When I sobered up the next morning, he had texted me to see if I had gotten home safely, and I was like, yeah, thanks for checking on me. And he answered. It was like 5 a.m. in the morning, and he answered. So the conversation went really well. We texted a couple times, and he was like, hey, let me FaceTime you. And I'm like, yeah, sure. So that conversation went really well. He was funny. He was a sweet guy. I was about to say kid, but he was a sweet guy. And so I was like, oh, I could see us, chatting it up every once in a while, whatever. So then he asked me to meet up with him the next day. Because he was from a different city, so he was leaving in a couple days. It was a holiday weekend. So I meet up with him, and because here are some of the red flags. Number one, because I was intoxicated, I didn't remember our whole interaction. But apparently I had asked him some questions. I didn't remember asking him this question, so I was asking him again. And he got kind of irritated. One thing he said was, what did he say? If I kept asking you the same questions, do you feel like I would be interesting? And I was like, I don't think so. Yes, exactly. Then we had met up at the mall, and he had brought his friend with him, which I didn't know. So I'm glad we met up at the mall. But we met up at the mall, and I'm like, I told him I couldn't stay all day. He wanted me to spend the whole day with him and like go back to his hotel room and chill or whatever. And I was like, I gotta leave at 6:30. So when I tell him this, he was like, you couldn't tell me this before? And I'm like, we just met, first of all. So then he had like this whole attitude about me not wanting to come back to his hotel room. And then we had this little exchange where he was like, so did you tell your friend that you couldn't do their hair anymore? And I'm like, no, I just met you. You're not that. I told him you're still on probation. Yes. So therefore, no, I didn't cancel it for you. No, I'm not going back to your hotel room with you. And I'm like, we might have different ways of looking at things because I just met you. And he was like, you're right, we may have different ways of looking at things. That's not a good sign. We just met 12 hours ago. What are you talking about?
We get all the tea because we didn't know none of this backstory. Continue. Oh, okay.
Oh, and then this is the last thing where I was just like, okay, he might be really crazy. So like I said, his friend was there. And because I only had till 6:30, I was, trying to get a conversation in, trying to get to know him. So me, him, and his homeboy are sitting in the food court at the mall. And I'm like asking him, so what do you do outside of your work? and he says dancing. I'm like, oh, okay. We later found out. Anyway, so I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. How long you been dancing? And he's like, we can talk about this later. What? He's like, you know, we're at the mall. My homeboy is here. We can talk about this, you know, when we're alone and we're sitting by the pool or something. What?
Yes, what?
Yes. So,
I'm so confused.
to wrap it, yes, I was very confused. To wrap it all up, and he was a sweet guy. Well, when I first talked to him, actually, he's still a sweet guy. He's just, anyway, he was a sweet guy. He had good conversation, but he was crazy
though. Okay.
Yes, he got attached real quick, too quick, and red sign, a red flag,
Yeah.
red flag.
All of the above.
Yes.
Just stop.
Yes.
Oh, well, Malibu, thank you for that.
No problem.
Because I got all kind of tea. I really, unawares was I. Okay. All right, yeah, he was crazy though.
Yes. Anybody else?
I have so many, but he crazy those.
Please tell us.
Oh, so I've been an internet person since the internet was the internet, like way back when Black Planet was a thing.
Oh,
and
oh.
MySpace was a thing. So, you know, I like to converse. And back in one of my conversing days, when I was conversing with someone,
What does that mean? Conversation.
Conversation. We were having conversation. You know, that's the cornerstone of friendship, and that's the next step to relationship. So I'm having conversations. So I allow this young gentleman to have a conversation with me, and we don't know each other because we're conversing online. So this gentleman, I met him on day one. We are conversing, as I was mentioning. He showed me some. He said, "I take pictures." I was like, "Oh, I love to take pictures too." So he shows me some of his work. I'm like, oh, they're nice. So, you know, this is kind of flip phone era pictures, and it was flip phone pictures of raindrops on windowsills. And I was like, oh, they're nice. You know, for phone pics, they were really nice. So I was like, yes, okay, I like your pictures. That's nice. And I showed some of mine. He was like, oh, you take pictures of people. Red flag number one. It wasn't like, this is nice. You're telling. He was like, oh, you take pictures of people. And you know, you can't discern tone in a text message, so it was just like, oh, you take pictures of people. Oh, okay. Yes, I do. Portraiture. Portraitures. So that was the red flag number one. Again, this is day number one that I'm conversing with this person.
This is still day number one?
Day number one.
Already coming from you.
So we continued to talk, and he's like, yo, my cousin's having a barbecue at his house, and you should really come through. I'm like, maybe. Let me think about this. I'm going to think about it really hard. So I guess like 6:30, he hit me up again. He was like, yo, you coming to the barbecue? And I was like, you know, I decided against that. We've never met. So he's like, what you mean? He was like, it's cool, it's safe. I'm going to send you pictures of the neighborhood. So he sends me pictures of the cul-de-sac. He's like, look, this is what a barbecue is. Just come through. And I'm like, no, thank you. You know, maybe in the future, once we know each other a little bit better. In my mind, I'm like, you're crazy. Thank you. But, yes, I'm like, oh, no, thank you. You know, not this time. Thanks for the invite. He was like, oh, yeah. Okay. See, bees like you just it's always the dark-skinned chicks. Okay, I love melanin, and I've been called a lot of things, but obviously I don't belong to the actual dark-skinned club. You know what I'm saying? I'm melanin rich, but you know, I'm kind of like a coffee mocha kind of. He was just like straight dark-skinned chicks always think they fly. They always think they fine. They always think that you're not even that cute with the dark-skinned ass. I was like, sir, I don't know. You see, this is why I did not come to your cousin's barbecue, because you were trying to put me in your trunk, sir. See, I don't know how I can get rid of you, but this conversation's over, sir, because all I know is that you were trying to seduce me over there and leave me in the basement of your cousin's house. You were probably trying to barbecue me. So, this is all in a one-day conversation, folks.
This is still day one?
Day one.
This is over the computer? Or?
Oh, this is over the computer.
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
So much detail in one day.
So much in one day. So you know, you can go from nice guy, artiste, to but he crazy though, real quick.
Yes.
Just recognize those red flags, girls. Don't feel that peer pressure to go partake in the barbecue, because you may be the barbecue. Be cautious.
Please, because if he can turn that quick.
It didn't take nothing.
Ooh, it's probably a white beater.
Right.
Clutch my pearls.
Right. He probably beats. women for a
I've met
living.
some in my life. And what about you, Miss J?
Well, while she's thinking,
Yeah. Please go.
I had something similar to what you had.
Oh,
Pretty much. I was in my moment of,
Uh-oh.
being by myself. And, my sister thought it would be great for her to match me up with one of her friends. That was a red flag right there.
Why do you have to take her out like that?
Because I realized that me and my sister don't have the same taste in men. So, it's my sister, my big sister. Sisters know best. So, I got the number, and then me and him started conversing. And something in my mind was like, you know what? I don't want this. I just want to be by myself. I'm going through some things. Let me be me. And in the text, I told him, I know that you're a good guy. I know that your individual is talking to my sister. I know, she's trying to hook me up with you and all this that. But I feel like at this point in time in my life, I don't need nobody. You're a good guy, but I feel it in my heart that I don't need nobody right now. He flipped it. He was like, what do you mean you don't need nobody in your life? I was like, I'm just not in that space right now. And in the back and forth, he's like, oh, so you don't want this in your life? It was a picture of his manhood. I was like,
Not the dick.
no, thank you.
Wow.
I don't want that. He's like, I can change your life with this. I was like,
That's a crimson flag. That's just red. That's the gold crimson flag.
I was like, no, I'm good. You'll find somebody.
You'll find
You'll
somebody.
find somebody.
Who wants that?
What you mean? You know what I mean? That's why you and your sister, this, that, and the third. I was like, bless your heart.
Thank you. Come on with
Because
the killing of kindness.
I don't know what my sister and your homeboy going through, so I'm gonna keep that with them. But you know what I mean? This is not gonna work out. And
Wait, he tried to bring your sister's drama
Yeah.
with her boyfriend and y'all situation?
yes, I was like, we don't know each other. So
Okay.
I told you, I entertained it, but then I realized, why am I entertaining something that's not gonna go anywhere? I'm just trying to kill you
With kindness.
with kindness.
I'm proud of you.
He's like, I don't need your effing prayers. I was like, I'm sorry, but I was still
sorry for praying.
I was still praying for you. God bless. And I deleted the number. Clearly, on his end, he didn't delete it because the next following day, he texted me talking about, you changed your mind yet? I was like,
Wow.
no, not in the last 24 hours I did it. No, God bless.
Whoa.
Send me another picture. I was like, I'm not.
Of his manhood?
Yes, I'm like, I'm not amused, and this is not
the
how.
first one.
And this is not how. You're not gonna get me this way. I'm sorry. Like F you, F that. I was like, bye.
Don't even engage.
And then I was like, you know what? I told my sister, never again. Let's not do
Don't
that.
ever hook me up.
Don't ever hook me up.
She said, never again.
I'm so proud of you. You handled that like a champ. I mean, kill him with kindness. No. Oh.
The verbal assassin in me wanted to go.
You should have went in on
Wanted to go in, but then I was like, no, let's kill him with the kindness.
Let your light shine. I see you. I am proud
Let's kill him
of
with
you.
the kindness. Because I can
man.
make people think about themselves with my words, but I just want to kill him with the
You
kindness.
need to think about it.
Yeah, he needs a reevaluation.
Anita,
You don't want this? No. I can't believe he sent the dick pics.
I mean,
Okay.
several. That's concerning.
he didn't think the first one was going to get there, so he's setting another one.
Come on, Miss J. Come on, Jay.
Well, I have a huge saga, but he crazy though. But I'm just gonna chop it down into a little mini story. So my first boyfriend, as you guys probably know, not gonna name any names because
He's very
he's
persistent.
crazy though.
He's
crazy.
very persistent.
He is very persistent. Yes, yes, we'll get into that later. But the red flag was, I don't know if I told y'all this, but he told me he loved me within like 1 week of us dating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Did you kill him with the shoulders?
I was like, It was a little bit, it was a surprise to hear that. But yes, so basically, he tried to break up with me because I knew somebody that I had
been involved with before for 5 years, and he tried to say that I lied to him about that, when in fact I did not lie about it. It just never came up. And so, yeah, he broke up with me, and I was like, okay, whatever. But then the next day he was like, so did you think about what you did? And you know not to lie anymore and all of this stuff. And I was just like,
don't.
wow. So anyway, but it wasn't an actual breakup. But
obviously, he coming back talking about you.
Maybe he forgot that you guys.
No, she put her in a timeout.
Exactly. He called himself trying to.
Did you learn your lesson?
No. Exactly. So I should have known, but yes.
Wait, what did you do when he came back talking about? Did you think about what you did?
Girl, I was young and stupid. I don't know what I did. I think I was just like, I think I was still like on my same track. I was just like, I didn't really think that I lied. I don't know what you're talking about, and it just kind of blew over. But that was like the big red flag for the rest of the relationship, because clearly there's more stories about why he was crazy. So
I need one more example of his crazy.
That was a good one, though.
One aspect of his crazy.
Yeah, because that was that early red flag crazy.
it was it was, I don't know.
There's plenty, I'm sure.
I don't know.
He's persistent. What is something that's been the most persistent and out of the box that he's done?
Ooh, out of the box, child.
We broke up in 2013, but he has tried to follow me on Instagram like 3 times. He's tried to follow me on YouTube. He's tried to email me. He's tried, let me see, what else?
You blocked his number?
Facebook, yeah.
Okay.
So he a subtle stalker. Okay, a subtle stalker.
Did he try to like follow one of us though?
He's tried to follow my friends several times. He sent me a link to his GoFundMe account.
First of all,
and LinkedIn, he stays
Not
trying to
the
connect with me
LinkedIn.
on LinkedIn, yes. Yes.
That's professional. That's not a dating.
Oh, trust. Them professionals be trying to date.
I know. I got messages
You mind
like
if I get your number?
We live in 3 different states.
Right. 3 different states?
Yes.
I was like, this is for networking. This is not to get a date.
Yes.
that ain't what they said. They said they was trying to link up.
Ooh, child.
Aw.
So what are some red flags that y'all have seen when obviously
The mood swings.
The mood
Yes.
swings, telling you that he loves you really early.
Early possessiveness. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know you. Why are you telling me that we're
Yes.
exclusive and I don't even know your last name?
Yes.
I don't know your last name. How are we exclusive?
Why are you jealous? I don't understand why you're jealous for so quickly.
Wanting to know how much money you make.
That can be part. Yeah.
Depending on how they act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They scratch and make stuff.
Depending on how they act.
So girl, how much money do you make?
I had an instance where I was with someone and then this one dude walked past us and he's like, oh, you're very beautiful. And I was like, oh, he said I was beautiful. And the dude was like, what?
Oh,
What did he say? I was like, he just said I was beautiful. Is that something wrong?
He should have said it in my face.
So I was like,
To your face.
but
He ain't got nothing to do with you.
But he's not saying you're beautiful. He's saying I'm beautiful. Why are you mad at that? So stuff like that. Yeah.
Extreme insecurity.
Yes.
Yes.
You right. Ooh, child.
What's the early red flag? Like, I know when they sell you a dream and then forget that they sold you that dream.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I've had plenty of those.
Yeah. We gonna do this, that, and the other, and I'm about to be out here doing this. It's like, what'd you do today? You know, I played the video game.
Yes.
No kind of
homeboys.
ambition.
I thought you said we're gonna do this, so we're gonna be at this level.
Oh, life gets in the way and things happen. You know I'm gonna get there, baby. Just wait. Just wait on me.
5 years
Just
later.
wait.
Yeah.
5 years later.
You trying to wait on you.
Still wait for me, baby. We gonna get there.
Ooh, y'all know I hate that kind of waiting game.
All those we about to be a millionaire dudes, like, be cautious. Girls, be cautious.
Ooh, child.
Believe in their dreams. As you secure your 401k
Yes.
and have your own savings.
Yes.
Come on, sis.
Yes.
Support them
Please
from.
have your own from a distance. Please. Do you think it's hard to create distance between you and but he crazy though?
It can be.
It can be.
When
Sometimes
you got a persistent stalker, like Miss J over here.
Yeah, you gotta cut them off though.
And there's too many
Cold
avenues
turkey.
nadays.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, that is.
That's
It's
the
very
thing that's
easy.
Like,
frustrating
you
about
can
it.
block them on Insta and then they just create a new Insta and they following you again and you're just like, where'd you come from, stalker?
But then you fall into that, like, what they doing though? What are they doing? Let me see.
Why do you have this much time? No. See,
Don't
Don't
true.
go back. Don't go back.
Like, what are they doing?
You talking about the but what are they doing?
Yeah, like,
Oh,
No, you don't want to know what they're doing.
They
for
probably
future
looking-
topics.
You talk about
like-
what they doing.
No.
We talk about what you doing.
and that brings us to some of our future topics, which will be, is he a life ruiner? Some of us have an affinity for life runners, and we're seeing who that might be at this time. Mizzy. Yes. So,
or could you be a life runner?
I mean, in some respects.
I didn't know we was calling each other.
And we're just having conversations, just sisters talking about stuff, real life.
Look at them in the eye though.
We're still debating. I mean, my grape juice is gone, so I'm gonna cut down.
Mercy. Are there any other questions that I have about but he crazy though? Do you think a but he crazy though can change to a oh he ain't so crazy?
I think so. Everybody matures. Like sometimes you get a but he crazy though because he's young and immature and he's learned these behaviors that he thinks makes him a man. Most of the times a but he crazy though is just crazy. You can't change people, but sometimes people mature past their but he crazy though.
No, I feel like if he crazy though, you just masking that he is crazy though. You're like, oh, that's just something that he does, you know.
True.
But he's a really nice guy. Even though he does this and the third, I still love him. Some of y'all mask these he crazy though to make him normal, but at the end of the day,
He crazy.
he crazy.
Don't be crazy with him. Let him be crazy.
And he'll
Right,
drive you
but
crazy.
some of us have our own crazy teas, so sometimes
do.
your but he crazy don't match her but her crazy though, and it just melds. Cause I've seen some couples and I'm like, ooh, y'all belong
They're
together.
crazy though.
Y'all.
I actually just did. It's okay. I just had one. So we went to oh no.
No, it's okay. This is just so having a conversation right now.
Yeah, I think.
Who not calling? The one that might listen and be like, wait a second. You know
We are struggling. Okay.
What we gonna do? We gonna pause.
Yes. Can you hit the red button on my camera?
Hey y'all, this is your girl ZZ. I don't need it.
Nigga, you had one job.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, let's go. Z, let's try it.
Hey y'all, this is your girl ZZ.
Hey, loves. I'm Jay.
this your girl Malibu.
And this is your girl, Andrea the Creative.
Welcome.
Lord, we are really
Struggling.
We
Struggling.
all say
striking
welcome.
out right
Okay,
now.
we need to count this. We welcome.
These are all practice runs. We just this, behind the scenes. This is up. We doing it. Black girl magic. Let's go. All right. Okay, let's try again from the top. We know what we gotta say.
From the top. Started from the top. Now we.